Here?
Well, not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, not yet.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, let's rotate this. Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Nobody's up. It might be because we're a day late,
It's
too.
gonna be hot today.
Did you know I forgot to post that we weren't doing it yesterday?
Did you really?
Jennifer Oracle messaged me and said, "Oh, they're asking where you are." It's like, oh crap. So then I went on and apologized. Good morning, Sarah. Sorry we're a day late. Is there a saying a day late is
$1 short, $1 for a day late, something like that.
Something like that. We're a day late. Hi, Eleanor. We'll wait.
2 people up.
I've got like 2 minutes left to quilt on this row of my quilt. So ignore the noise for like 2 minutes. If I pause it, it's going to hum through our whole video.
It shuts off on its own. When it gets to the end, it won't make so much noise.
Yeah, so it'll be much better. We'll wait till a few people are on. Good morning, Nancy. Hi, Stacy and Lorraine. Heather. Carol. Hi, Carol. Okay. We have some exciting things to show today, don't we?
We do.
I'm very excited. It was worth the wait. Good morning, Susan. How are you doing?
You want to start with the other?
I'm going to show them
Sylvia's
first.
first, and then we can do the other thing first, too.
Yes, you can, until we get more people on. So I got my first 2 charity blocks mailed to
Aren't
me
those cute?
from Audrey Lynn. So anybody that doesn't or didn't or missed or whatever, we're doing this charity quilt. So I send you out 2 pieces of fabric for $10, and you make, Audrey made me 2 blocks, so that's good. However many blocks you send me back, that's how many times your name is going to go into the draw. So, yeah.
What size do the blocks have to be?
Blocks have to be 12.5 inches. Your name's going to go into the draw. Actually, I said that wrong. As many kits as you buy. You can't, it can't be
Getting 2 blocks out of one $10
Right. You have to pay $10 for every donation. And then one of you guys is going to win this free quilt.
Depending on how many blocks she gets back, she may make 1 quilt, she may make 2, she may make 3, whatever it works out to. So that's why you get started with 2 fabrics that coordinate, and then you can add something to it. At least that way there is a theme going through the quilt that will coordinate in all the 12.5-inch blocks. Once Deb gets the quilts done, or the quilt done, however many there are, whoever had blocks in that quilt, your name will go in a draw, and whoever wins the draw, you get the quilt to do with whatever you want for a donation. So you can either donate it to a charity, if you want to take it to your guild and sell tickets on it, to raise money for a charity, whatever you want to do, but it has to be charity driven. Like, that's the whole purpose, right?
Did you tell them September 1st?
I did. So you have till September the 1st. And you can add whatever you want for coordinating fabrics, because you'll have 2 that sort of tie the whole quilt together in your initial purchase. So for $10, you get 2 1/4-meter cuts and $2 to ship it to you. And then you should be able to plop that in an envelope for basically a stamp.
That's what Audrey did.
Yes,
it came through,
it came through with just a stamp. Okay, so that's that.
Thank you, Audrey, for being the first.
I love that little pattern.
I love them
it's
too.
Sweet. Shows both fabrics really nice, doesn't it? So do you want to do the other thing?
Yes, we have one more fun thing to show you guys. So, she lost it. We have our Christmas sew-along. Twyla's been away this week. And so when she was away, she was actually working on this quilt. This is going to be our sew-along. So if you want to join the sew-along, you have to pre-purchase the book from me. We have some here, and we have some more on order. So it's not going to be a mystery. We're just going to pick a block one week and sew it. And you guys can join in and sew it. We're going to do it once a week. So there's no pressure. If you want to go ahead and do the whole quilt, go ahead. If you want to do 2 or 3 blocks that week, go ahead. It's just we're going to sew along, and you guys can watch. But Twyla has made some of the blocks, and I need to show you. What's the line that we used for this?
It's Heather Peterson's newest line this year, her Christmas line.
Yeah,
what is it called? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. She's gone to look. So we used a specific Christmas line from Heather Peterson, and look at the gingerbread. Isn't he cute? I love him. I love it. It's called Winter Wonder, the fabric line. So there's was it 2 gingerbread in it?
Yeah. So I've made all the blocks except the one that
That we're gonna sew.
that we've got to sew together for the
So that's
thing.
the gingerbread. I love
Isn't
this
this
one.
cute?
Look at this one.
The ornaments.
Isn't that cute? I love her fabric for it. So what I did, I knew she was going to be away for a while, so I picked all, how many fabrics, different ones did I give you?
Oh my.
We'll figure that out.
Wasn't that many?
No, I gave her 1/2 meter of each of these
Half a
fabrics.
yard.
Yeah, it was only 1/2 yard, right? And she's counting the fabrics now.
7, 8, 9.
I gave her 10
or 11. Yeah.
10 or 11 different Christmas fabrics. And you should see the stack. Show them how much she's got left over.
Yeah.
Like,
and everything is cut out.
It probably would have only taken a quarter, you think?
And it will depend on your fabric choices. Like,
yeah.
right?
We have all this left over.
Out of what she gave
I
you.
only gave her 18 inches of all these colors, and that's what she's got left over.
So the fabric requirements in the pattern are a little...
They're hard to
They're hard to
figure.
follow because they do it by block.
Yeah.
Because it was designed
There's
as a
not-
block of the month, right?
Yeah.
So
I kept track of what I cut so that we would know how much to suggest.
so I think if
Here's
you
another
started
block.
with...
Isn't that
Aren't
cute?
those sweet?
I love this one. Look at this one. Isn't that cute? And, oh, look at the tree. I'm just seeing some of these now for the first. Oh, that tree is cute.
And the wreath.
Oh, this is even cute. Look at the wreath. How cute is that? I love this fabric for that.
Present.
Oh, we're going to show them all the presents. Let's show them all. Look at the presents.
I don't have them set. Look at all the strings hanging. I don't even have them trimmed.
Oh, they're cute. They're cute.
These are like just strips of holly leaves or something.
It looks
that
like
goes somewhere.
candy, those candies.
No, but I think it's supposed to be like a holly berry and a leaf on either side. I think is what it's supposed
okay.
to be technically. And the candy cane, which I'm not...
She's not sure about the candy cane because she doesn't think this color is dark enough.
Like they do it in a different white background
See
in
what
the
they
book.
did it in. Yeah, that's what they did the candy cane in, but she doesn't think the white shows up enough. But overall, Twilight, it still looks like a candy cane when it's
At a
sewn
distance, and that's what I'm thinking, is that when it
Once
gets...
it's into the quilt,
Once it gets into
it'll
the
look like a
quilt,
candy
I think
cane.
it will, but
Yeah.
anyway.
So
I will prepare you that there's some tiny pieces in this.
So there's nowhere to sign up, Lynn. All you have to do is collect your fabric. If you want these fabrics, then you just have to call the shop. I would venture a guess that a quarter of a meter
Or a
of all-
third, to be
Yeah, it
generous.
could be third. Okay.
So what are you doing? Are you going to enlarge yours? What are you
I
doing?
don't know. But you're hiding some more that you had. You can
What,
show.
what didn't we show?
Oh, yeah.
It's
okay.
just the doubles of
Yeah,
some of them
it's
or
just the
whatever.
other trees.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mhm.
so that's the general idea of what we're going to do
How big does this make?
in the fall, so that it's a cute.
What does it say? 67 by 81.
Which that's a cute lap size, and that doesn't have borders on it, right?
Yes, it does.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, like when you look in here,
Oh yes, I see the borders.
somewhere here, there, see?
Yeah, it does have borders.
Yeah, it does.
So look how cute that is.
So you would need more fabric than what you cut for me because that wouldn't really include the
Include the
borders.
borders.
We've got to figure all that out.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
just for the inside.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to use up maybe some Christmas scraps too, right?
Oh, you could do that scrappy with Christmas fabric. It would be sweet.
Yes, it would. Except I don't have Christmas scrappies.
No, you don't. But a lot of
Okay,
people would.
so we're on to the reason you guys are here. You wait till you see. Somebody, the book is $25, Heather. Okay,
The pattern is very well written.
is it?
Yeah, it is. It's just, there's nothing hard. It's just there's a lot of friggy little pieces.
Okay.
But if you take your time, it's fine.
Take your time, she says. Yes, it is so cute, isn't it? Okay, so Twyla has a reveal.
I do.
It's pretty. Do you want me to turn it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we're going to turn
So
the camera.
this is the top row.
Excuse the messy shop because we've been working. Look at that.
So this is the top row with two of your sections sewn together, and then I'm going to show you the bottom. So this is one section that you're going to put together from here to here,
Yeah.
and then this is another section from here over. So I've been saying all along that this is, I don't know where I am.
No, you're
Am I-
good. I'm
okay.
following you.
Okay. I've been saying all along that this is like a mirror image. So once you get this row together, if you actually took this row and flipped
That
it
would be the bottom.
the bottom row. So the only thing you have to watch is there's one directional block in this whole quilt, and it's the heart.
Oh, okay.
So I laid out my 2 rows exactly the same on the floor because I wanted to play with color placement of my blocks, right? And I wanted to pull back and forth between the rows so that I didn't have, you know, too much of one color in one row and not enough in the other row and whatnot. So the only thing you have to decide is if you want this to be a directional quilt, your heart down here would have to be in this direction. So when you flip that row upside down,
Just flip
reverse this.
Yep.
Or if you don't want your quilt directional, if you want it so that either the top or the bottom could be the top or the bottom on your bed, your heart could point towards the center on both ways, and then it isn't technically a directional quilt anymore.
Yeah.
It works either way.
Yeah.
So I just want to show you orientated. Here we go. So this is this.
Do you need some pins, Twyla?
Nope. So, can you see
Yep.
that this is the section that I'm standing underneath, right? Or in front?
Yes, because I'll come point the blocks out.
Yeah.
So this block is this block.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's the bottom part.
Well, except that we're going to reverse it.
Yes, you're going to flip
So, when this is flipped, it's going to actually be
it down in the other corner.
down here. Like
Okay.
so. Because then, what was in the top right corner
It's going to be down.
is now down in the bottom left
Okay.
corner. Does that make sense?
Does that make sense to everybody? Does anybody have any questions? Okay.
But like I said, you can lay both rows out on your floor or your design board or whatever you use exactly the same, and you just have to decide, and you can even sew them together like that. The only thing you've got to decide
Just watch the heart.
is watch the heart, so that when you flip it, so that's this one,
Yep.
and then here's this one. So if you look at, where am I? Here we go. So this is this piece, right?
Yep. We see it.
So then, if you flip it upside down, this is where we're talking about the heart. So see, when I flipped it upside down,
Yep.
I made sure that my heart is going in this direction.
But keep in mind, don't go ahead and do this because we have something else to put in the middle, right?
Yes, so these
Yep.
don't join together.
They don't join together.
No, so we still have a medallion and 2 more mirror pieces that go in this
Yep.
middle strip.
So you said you thought we were like 2/3 done?
Oh, we're 2/3 done for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. So I am giving you. Can they see this?
Yes.
Okay. So there is your
2 pieces.
2 pieces, and if you can see the purple lines, I broke it down how I joined it together in sections, and then was able to sew those sections together.
Yeah.
To make it a little easier because,
Yeah.
and they're all labeled,
Mm-hmm.
which week they were, what the name of the block is. I don't think you'll have any trouble. And I will also take pictures of the finished and add to this so that you can compare it. So the only thing I didn't label, these 3 blocks here, are these 3, because I wasn't sure if everybody would want theirs in the same order that I had mine.
You can flip them. They're the same size.
They're the same size. These are 3 10.5-inch blocks.
Yeah.
And that goes for any of these blocks that's in this quilt. If any of them are the same size, like these 2 are the same size, if you want this one out here and that one in
And
there,
that's what you meant by color placement. Like you can change around a little bit.
you can. So like, because it's been a mystery and you've sort of done this on the fly, you may find that you need to move out a few of your blocks.
Yeah.
And that some of your blocks that are the same size, like this block and this block, I'm pretty sure were the same size.
Yeah.
So color-wise, if it looks better in your quilt to move this one up here and this one down here, go for it. As long as they're the same size, you can
And are
twist
the-
and turn, and you can do whatever you want.
So the last 2 rows blocks are the same. My favorite block there, that's the same as that, as above it.
As what?
Is that block the same as that one?
Yes.
Yeah, so
With
they
a
could be-
filler in between,
Yeah,
right?
that's what. So they can be
Yes.
flipped
So
too.
you could flip those. You can do whatever you need to do, as long as you stay within your size that you're switching out 2 of the same size.
Yeah.
you can switch it up. So if you want to make your own layout and make it totally different from mine, you go ahead, right? That would be awesome to see. And this one I think is the same size as this and this, so those three can be interchanged. So there's a lot of different little things that you could tweak and do and whatever, right?
Okay. Does anybody have any questions before we?
So like I said, shortly I'll get the post up, and I will put pictures of the finished pieces too, so that you can sort of see it in color, not just writing and whatever. But those are the only things to remember, is whether you want a truly directional quilt, how to put that heart. If you don't want it directional, do your two layouts exactly the same, and when you flip it, your point will be towards the middle, and then it's no longer directional, right? And I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I should have said here.
Do you have homework for them for next week? For that center, that center?
This is the homework. They're going to put their
together.
Yes, they're going to have two things put together.
I wondered if there was other blocks that they had to.
No, I want you to work on putting this together, because now we're down to just the center row. And that may, once you have your two pieces together and you can visualize it, that may help you decide what color you want for your medallion in the center. If there's like a color theme or a color that you feel like is missing a bit, you may want to put a bit more in your blocks here. So I really think at this point, put your two strips together, and that will give you a better idea of what you're choosing when we move on to this. So next week, we'll be starting some of our outer blocks.
Okay.
Okay, so any questions?
I don't think I asked before, and nobody has asked anything, so I think you're as clear.
I do know that some people had messaged and said, my 8.5-inch block is 8 1/4, or my 7.5-inch block is 7 1/4, or whatever. Is that an issue? My gut instinct is it shouldn't be an issue, because chances are
you're consistent.
You're consistent, because it's probably not miscuts. It's probably
deeper seam.
A deeper seam allowance, like either your 1/4-inch foot you're using, or however you judge your 1/4 inch. Like if your 1/4 inch is off even a 1/16, and you have 6 seams across that block, that adds up, right? So that's probably all it is, and chances are you're that consistent through the whole quilt that they'll still fit together. I can tell you that most of the time my blocks run small.
Oh, really?
They do. They do.
But it works.
But it works.
All of your...
Yeah, it does. And when you're putting it together, there's not always seams to match up. Sometimes there are. Like here, we've got seams to match up. But then there's other places, of course I probably can't find one. Like here, look.
They're
like,
not
there's nothing there to match up, right?
Yeah.
So, and you can always ease things in a bit. No, you can't ease in 2 inches if you're off 2 inches.
No.
But if you're off 1/4 of an inch or whatever, usually you've got enough give there to ease things in. And then when you give it a good press at the end, it all works out.
Yeah, and then put it in the quilting frame, and it all...
It does. It does. Yeah. So I really don't think the people whose blocks are off 1/4 of an inch, there's going to be an issue, because I think you're going to consistently be off that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
No other questions? We're good?
No other questions.
Okay.
Lynn says she can't wait to see what hers is going to look like.
Okay.
We can't either, Lynn.
Get sewing.
Yeah, you guys post your pictures when you get them put together. It's going to be interesting to see.
It will be, because there's been some really different fabric choices and stuff.
What
it's
we
nice
have
to
noticed
see.
is people aren't posting their work this time as much as before. But we know there's lots of people doing it, because we've had lots of questions and things. But yeah, I think people are a little shy about posting their blocks for some reason on this one.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. So don't forget, if you want a charity block, make sure you message today.
Because you still got plenty of time. You've got till September the 1st.
Yeah. Susan said post pictures.
Post pictures.
We will be posting these pictures, Susan. We're going to post this quilt, aren't we?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, let's post it. Then they got a reference to it if they want to look at you.
Well, I'm also going to put pictures on their printout, right, of what these are. Yeah, I'm going to add those now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to have it. Susan McNeil says hers is scrappy. Scrappy is good. Well, Twyla's
Mine is scrappy. Mine has, I figured up the other day, and I've got somewhere between 10 and 12 different Lori Holt lines in there.
Oh, different lines.
Yes. Yeah. It's all different lines. Everything from like way back to like 2015, I think I've got in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Christmas one is going to be done every week. We just haven't picked the date that we're going to start it. But every week it's not really a mystery.
So, do you have these in yet, or have they not come yet? The rest
I've
of
got
them.
a couple in here. So make sure if you want that book, you message me so that I can get them here and ship it to you so that you can follow
I think you've got
along.
more in order.
I
though.
do.
They
I
just
do,
haven't
but
come in yet.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know if there's going to be like 10 people that want it or 20
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be starting that probably sometime. We may have a week or two after this is finished with some odd things.
Yes.
And then we'll probably get into
Yeah.
that. So you should have a Christmas quilt made by Christmas, no problem.
Oh, yes, for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, so if you want it, don't just comment here that you want the book. Make sure you send a private message because that's... And I also want to say that, you know what? I can't answer anybody on Facebook anymore.
You what?
When somebody makes a comment, like I've had this sale all week.
Yes.
And when people say, how many meters is left on this bolt? It won't let me say there's 3 meters.
What?
It lets me post, but it won't let me comment or
There's
answer.
got to be something in the settings.
I don't know what's going on with that. So if you have any questions for us or anything, private messages, because we're not ignoring your messages. I just can't answer them.
We'll see if we can figure that out today, but
Yeah.
I'm not real great with technological
No, I don't know.
issues.
I don't know if that's the type of
A setting or something?
I don't know. Like I don't know what it means when you're in Facebook jail. Am I in Facebook jail by not being able to comment?
I don't
know.
think you'd even be able to post if you were in
Okay,
Facebook
yeah.
jail.
I don't know. So the Christmas info is nowhere right now, Shelley. The Christmas info is just something we just showed you right now.
Mm-hmm.
We will post on our page when we're going to start it. We just need to know how many people want to book ahead of time.
And once you get your book, like we said, there are fabric requirements in the book,
Yeah.
but it's a little...
Yeah. And for those of you that are anxiously waiting to do the other sew-along that we're doing, the Bargella one.
Oh, yes.
Where's that? I don't know where that pattern is to refresh their memory. I actually started cutting it and working on it, and it's really going to be pretty, and it's really easy. It's really easy to do. It's all done in blocks. I've never done a Bargella quilt where it's done in blocks.
As opposed to strips.
Yeah, this is all done in blocks, and it's going to be really easy.
Okay, good.
Everybody likes your quilt. Your quilt's gorgeous.
Good. Okay.
They want us to... Can you hold up the Christmas book again just to show them?
It's called Peppermint Lane. It was a block of the month.
Yep.
And it makes, what did I say, 67 by 80,
Something, yeah.
81 for anybody that's late
Yeah.
joining. I think that's what
And
I
the
said.
blocks
Where did
are
it go?
downright gorgeous. And the fabric line that Twyla's using.
67 by 81.
And the fabric line is from
Winter
Heather
Wonder
Peterson.
from Heather Peterson that Deb had in the shop.
And
But
it looks
any
perfect.
Christmas
Any
line
Christmas line,
would
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we only had like 10 or 11 different ones that I'm
Yeah.
using throughout. But the way it's designed, you could use 15 or 20. You could
Yeah.
do scrappy. You could
Yeah.
do whatever. It's a perfect Christmas
But if
scrap.
you would like a kit to do the inside of it, we would cut 1/3 of a meter of the 10 different colors.
And then we can figure out, we can look ahead and see what the border requirements are
Yeah.
if you want borders as well.
Yeah. Can you show a close up of the background that we used for that quilt, that peppermint lane? Because we've only got we've only got one bolt left of that.
I put the bolt in here. We used this one.
Yeah.
It's polka dot.
It's red polka dots. I'm
Can
not
you
sure
see?
if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's perfect for that
Yeah,
quilt.
it is.
So if you guys want some of that red polka dot, the book was when they came in this time, they were $25. I can't guarantee what the new order will be, but it would only be $1 or $2 difference. But if you want that red polka dot fabric, make sure you let us know because I would have to order another bolt of that. But it's the perfect background.
But you also have a white on white snowflake that would
yeah.
work very well
Yeah.
with any line somebody chose because it's just a white on white snowflake, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, that's it for today.
Have a good day, guys.
Let's say goodbye to
Bye.
Twyla. Thank you, Twyla.
You're welcome.
Bye.